30 minutes ago, I didn't have a router table, and now, voila. This is made out of MDF, some screws and glue, and it works well. So for somebody just starting in routing, needing a second router table maybe, or taking this out in the yard to use it, you'll get great results, exceptionally functional, easy to make. Let me show you how. Here's how I made this. This is all 3/4 inch MDF. I've glued and screwed a little skirt on the front and on the back, which gives it a lot of support. There's a couple of cleats on the underside of either end. That just keeps it from sliding while I'm using it. And then finally, here's the fence. Again, just MDF, glued and screwed, and a hole that will allow the bit to come through. The last part of this is putting the plate on. Now I drilled an 1.5 inch hole, that's about the size of my plate. And all I'm going to do is set it in position, and using a square like this to line it up, just take a pencil and mark each of the 4 holes. And now using a countersink bit, I'm just going to drill through, and the real slight reveal on the top of this will allow the round head of this screw to sit flush with the top. And now the last step is attaching the router. Now I'm going to bring this router up from below, but a couple things. On this particular one, there's a speed control on this side, and there's a locking mechanism on this one. And if I put it in like this, I'll have control of that from the front of the router base. The screws I'm using here are longer than those that come with the router. The short screws in the router will not allow enough catch with a full thickness 3/4 inch material. With those original router screws, put them back in the box or you'll lose them. To put a bit in the router, I'm just going to release it and remove it from its base. And now we'll put it back in the table. And then adjusting the router to give me the bit extension I'm looking for. And that's it there, and we're all set to go. Now here's how the fence works. I'm going to get it fairly close first, because of course I'd like the face of this fence to be even with the bearing here. And I'm pretty close right now. So I'll just take a clamp and put it on one side, and then pivot my fence so it's sitting flush to the face of that bearing, and put a clamp on the opposite side. Now that this is all set up, let's give it a try. That's pretty nice. Nice straight clean line, very pretty profile, and all done with a router table made out of MDF. Great project. You'll use one of these.